tell you, the rain is coming down like crazy. I'm not sure I like it, but there's nothing I can do about it. Beat there, huh? Okay. Welcome to Reason Speak with Sydney Winston. I'm Sydney Winston, and I'm still chesty. The flu got me. I was defeated. I was down. I was out. Damn flu. But I slowly regained my strength. And I fought back. And I beat the flu. How many of you can say the same thing? Although, to be fair, I'm still jesty. Well, welcome everybody to, what is today? Today looks like it's Tuesday, the 27th of December, 2022. And what I want to cover in this video, which might take quite a while, really, that's kind of why I'm starting early in the day, but what I want to cover is look out for number one's reaction and review of Matt Slick's destruction, Matt Slick's final resting place, Matt Slick's theology debunked, Matt Slick's theology flushed down the toilet. So this is our friend. Look out for number one, Oscar, Sir Oscar from the Shires of England, I might add, and Hey, Mark Layton. Thank you. Let's see. I think I got a panel for us somewhere. There we go. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat tip. It was actually a gift that I got. This toque. Friends of mine went to the UK in the summertime. They did Scotland, and I'm a big fan of Scotland, so I got a beautiful present, gift, if you will. But hello from Glasgow. I had a quick look at the SPF tables the other day, and there's quite a big gap between number 1 and number 2, and number 2 was Rangers. So, Michael, are you blue or are you green? Tell me now. Actually, you don't have to tell me. It doesn't matter. If you'd like to join and watch this, reaction with us, by all means. I have sent out an invitation to look out for number 1, and I hope he will join. It would be lovely. Okay, so let's do it. Ah, there he is. You never got into the football match? I never got into the football, I'm afraid. Okay, so Oscar is going to come in, and we're going to have a good time. This might take hours, by the way, because his video is over 2 hours. So with us bantering around, we might not even get through it in one session. So I'm going to give him a second, but let me bring him back. And why don't we start? We're starting without you, Oscar. Sorry, man.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I've got
Oscar.
an interesting one, a dodgy but interesting one. I just saw, tell a lie, about an hour and so ago, I saw 2 videos. One from Tom Rabbitt versus Matt Slick on a clubhouse debate. Well, not inside there, but from Tom Rabbitt, which I think it was bullshit video anyway. And then another one from Tom Rabbitt in Praise I Am channel.
Okay, I haven't seen the Praise I Am, but I did see the one with Matt Slick. And Matt Slick he should never show his face again. He should be so embarrassed. Hey, Oscar. Good to see you.
Hello there. Good afternoon. Good evening. 6:30 in England. 6:30, 1836.
1836 in England. All right.
Right. What are you doing?
Okay, so what I'm
You're going to put me to trouble again.
What I'm doing today
Shit.
is I am taking your reaction video, because I tell you what, I saw part of Matt Slick's humiliation.
Yeah, okay.
Right? I saw that. I will listen to that. And I felt so good after Matt Slick was painted into the corner which he couldn't get out of. And in true Christian fashion, he took his ostrich-shaped head and plunged it into the soft sands of the Sahara Desert, deep, so that he wouldn't see what's going on around him, and he'd still be right in his head. Right. So, yeah.
I'm explaining a couple of things, because we have to get the story right, because otherwise it doesn't make any fucking sense.
All right.
But I'm explaining it there, but if it's not clear, I will clarify here if you want. So make sure so we don't double the comment.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we?
Because we can simplify it. It's no problem, right? Because
Okay, all right. Well, you could direct that. That's not a problem.
60% of the thing is me arguing the content, the Tom Rabbitt's content, which is only 20 odd minutes, right? But the two of them are bitching, basically, right? And they're expanding, they're making a wound a big fucking gash, basically.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I'm giving pointers between the two of them. Some of them are right, some of them are wrong, in my opinion, right? I'm willing to stand corrected, right? But as far as I'm concerned, but as far as I'm aware, I was right in what I'm saying, right?
No,
I'm not being a dick, but yeah, go on.
Okay, no problem. Just a reminder to everybody that anybody's welcome to join our room and join our chat room. The link is both in the description and on the side chat. So yeah, now why don't we get into it, right?
Mm-hmm. Baiting his own video about Matt Slick, and the topic is or was a brain in a vat concept, right? So with that said, Tom Rabbitt's video is about half an hour long, and then Praise I Am video is about 15. I will comment on both, right? And I have added some text and this and that, and I will comment along the way. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk about it, right? So the question from Tom Rabbitt is, do you know, or how do you know you are not a brain in a vat? That's basically the essence of the question. So it's up to, that's the question put across from Tom Rabbitt to Matt Slick, and he's definitely a fucking slick. Mm-hmm. Right, that's your internet, unfortunately, doing too many things at the same time.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Let's go. I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Right. See. So let's see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, too, if you know that you are not a brain in a vat.
That's a serious question.
Yes, it is a serious question.
Funny that he says a serious question, right? I'm sorry, Tom Rabbitt, that I'm jumping the gun, right? But because Tom Rabbitt mentions it at the end, but because this, I have to say it. This came up on the 14th of December, give or take, right? Tom Rabbitt put this across in a clubhouse debate just to put wood on the fire. That's my expression. He just wants to create some sort of noise, white noise of sorts, see what he can drag out, right? And Matt Slick was in the picture, right? So he said, fucking hell, that's a good thinking. Let me write something in my blog, in Matt Slick's blog. So he writes something, yeah, on what he has heard, right? So this video is on the 20th of December, the one you actually watching right now, right, in Clubhouse. So take into consideration that Matt Slick has already commented on it, so he has to be prepared about it, right?
So
I'm dead serious.
Okay. Then what conditions must...
Asking to be serious is a stupid question when Matt Slick has written about it. That's stupid.
...exist in order for a brain to be able to exist in an event, because we have to have the possibility of the actuality in order to entertain it. So don't you think it's incumbent upon the one asking the questions to say, well, here are the conditions by which that could be offered as a validity? So what are those conditions then? So we can see if it's...
That is a trap from many apologists. When somebody asks a question and they don't want to answer it because the implications of it, they shift the burden, so to speak, right? About, oh yeah, but what are the conditions about it? Doesn't matter. Do you know that you are bringing a bat? Yes or fucking no. Simple as that, right? Yes, because XYZ. No, because XYZ. Simple, crystal clear. But no, because he knows he's in a world of trouble, right? He's trying to fucking beat around the bush. Look, what?
It's cogent. The brain. So is it one brain in a vat or more than one brain? Is it all Christians or just one Christian?
You're not the only person who's in a vat. There could be other.
You see, yeah, but that's meta, right? That's putting more into the pond, more into the issue. It doesn't matter how big the story is.
Exactly.
Do you think, Matt Slick, that you are not in a brain, in a vat? That's it.
Yes or no? Right?
The answer should be
simple.
No, because whatever. Yeah. Yes, because whatever.
Hold on for a second.
Probably, yeah, other people like Matrix style.
Now, this is between you and me, or between you and me and the viewers. It is a fucking simple question, right? It's like me saying to you, have you had a nice day? And then you asking me, hold on, what's the metaphysics behind what you're saying, right? I know now you're talking bullshit to me, if you get what I mean, right? By asking external things, right? Either you had a good day or you haven't had a good day. And I saw this line of questioning, this question as a straightforward one. And when I saw the YouTube video from Tom Rabbitt, go, fucking hell, this is not going to be a straightforward. That's why I was keen to hear it, or to see the substance of it. The substance is not the question. The substance is the controversy behind it, right? That's basically the nucleus of Tom Rabbitt's video, and I'm actually replying about that bullshit. That's basically bullshit. I'm complaining about it. That's basically it.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm just asking about how do you?
Okay.
It's my internet.
Indeed, it is. It's buffering. That's buffering.
Let me switch my camera off.
Yeah.
So are there other brains of that?
Boom.
So is there a
what Matt is trying to bring up is the way is how where is what's his name, Tom Rabbitt is coming from, right? To see what's the angle basically.
That owner.
Someone made the vat, yeah.
So it's a vat owner technician. Okay.
Why technician? It
just makes no sense.
In your own fucking worldview, supernatural entity, it could be your own fake god, imaginary friend god, pulling the strings, right?
God forbid.
So, what's the purpose of this?
It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a question. Either you say I'm not. You can say yes for whatever reason, no, or I'm not comfortable. You got 3 fucking options. Don't interrogate the questioner.
Say, how do we know we're not just a brain in a vat? Does that mean there is no God?
Yes.
Or what's the goal of it?
Hell yes.
Well, I don't think it means that. Do you?
He's contradicting us.
What's the goal? Because in the Christian worldview, it's not possible. So what they're saying is, well, we're going to...
Like what I'm saying there, he's avoiding the question, that piece of shit.
In the Christian worldview, to have you argue. And so that's inconsistent for my position. So I have to see what the parameters are within yours.
How so?
By asking you what the parameters are, what yours are.
No, but why
you
is
said
it not
that
possible? On
you said it's
Jack Einstein coming into the rescue, right? I think Tom Rabbitt was getting a little bit surrounded, yeah, and I think Jack Einstein got it, right, and he started to defend. No, hold on.
You're saying it's inconsistent with the Christian worldview, but let's see. I can see the Christian God being true under your worldview, and also you've been put in. You are, Matt Slick, are a brain in a vat somewhere. And outside of that vat, the world is as we typically think of it.
You see, he cannot. Tom Rabbitt is trying to avoid saying is like the atheist, way, like there is nothing, like it's normal, like a normal day, but your brain is in a vat.
And you're a brain in a vat.
There you are. You see, it's not. He doesn't want to commit to one stance of being a deity-controlled vat or an atheistic or naturalistic brain in a vat driven by a technician, like Matt said. So both of them are being careful on how to approach it.
So if I'm just a brain in a vat, now here's a question. If the brain were to die, do I cease to exist? It's an important question in this scenario.
I don't know.
Because if I cease to exist, then that would...
Now, if you're in the Matrix, right? If you're in the Matrix, or in this scenario of the Matrix, what Tom Rabbitt is trying to put the point across is that it doesn't fucking matter, right? Because you could die and then revive again 5 minutes later by the one who is controlling the Matrix, right? Remember, the Matrix is equal to be a puppet, and the puppeteer is driving you, right? So you can actually die or whatever, and then he can revive you. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Imply materialism and what's called property dualism, which means then that I would be nothing more than the chemical reactions in my brain, which
you're already chemicals reactions in your brain regardless, but that's not that. You're avoiding the fucking question, right? Remember, if you're in the Matrix, you don't know that there's an exterior world,
Right.
That's the whole point of the exercise, right? How do you know? You don't, right? You don't. Be fucking honest. You don't. It is not likely to be the case, right? Because reasons, right? But be honest. Don't fucking sugar around. The problem with Christianity is that because you put a supernatural entity, a daddy sky, right, and claim to be true without any proof or anything like that, Tom Rabbitt is inventing a matrix system whereby that could be the case, exactly the same thing, right? You're imagining that somebody's controlling you, right? Matrix, call it God, right? But you Matt Slick, you don't want to get there because of the implications.
to the laws of physics and chemistry. But then that would undergird or undermine, I should say, the issue of knowing whether or not it could be or could not be. Because if that was the case, materialism, I wouldn't be able to know or not know, because it's just chemical reactions in the brain. So that's an...
He's going by precept. At the end of the day, you could not know, right? It's a typical precept bullshit answer.
Scenario then negates itself and kind of invalidates the whole question. If, on the other hand,
actually invalidate, that's going to be the funny thing to say, right? Because that is his final answer in his webpage.
and you say it's property or substance dualism, where the soul is separate or the mind is separate from the brain, then you're presupposing a supernatural kind of ability in that. Then you're saying that the physical brain is what restricts.
No. You see, that's the whole point, right? You living in a matrix is like, it's like the not the transporter. It's like the hologram in Star Trek. When you enter, yeah, it could be anything. You could be in a palace, you could be in a river, you could be sunbathing, you could be doing whatever, right? And that in itself is real, right? I remember once in Star Trek saying, "Oh, we can put the level of danger, right? That you could actually harm yourself, or you can put the safeties on so nothing happens to you." Right? Well, imagine that inside of the matrix, right? So you cannot think about outside the matrix because you're not being a brain in a vat. You're not outside. You are inside all the time. Period. There's no outside, right? There is no outside when you think that you could be on a brain in a vat.
The spirit, and that the brain must exist in that by a scientist who is then working this, which still doesn't negate the idea of Christianity being true or anything. It just, so...
No, but he wasn't.
Yeah, I don't
suggesting
think that substance
matters.
dualism has anything to do with this.
But yeah, dualism has got nothing to do with it. But the invention of a religion inside of a brain in a vat is possible, or it is likely, because that's like a programmer making a game where the story is based on religious things, and the characters inside there believe that that's the case. That's the equivalent of being in a Matrix, a video game of sorts, right? Those characters doesn't know that there is a programmer saying, "Oh, are we in a Matrix?" No, they just carry on with their life.
Question at all. I just think
Yeah,
that
Like,
there's-
what's the methodology you use to know that you're
Now that's a good question. What is the methodology that you use to know that you are not not a brain in a vat? What's the methodology, right? So it's actually, that's a digging question. That's a better question than what Tom Rabbitt made.
or not?
Cynic, can you
brain
stop it for a
Substance
second?
dualism,
He's-
someone can
perspective.
Shit, I think I stopped it in the wrong place.
No, you moved the cursor. Just move it into where you see. No, go forward until you see the other question. Move forward.
What question? No, we haven't
The que-
listened to an hour. We haven't listened to an hour of this.
No.
There we go.
There. Right. Hold on for a second. Right. Somebody in the chat, in the clubhouse chat, that was listening to Tom Rabbitt,
Hmm.
he's getting pissed. Right? And he reworded the Tom Rabbitt's question by using methodology. See how that is the how, right? So just in case Matt Slade did not get it, he says, by what means you know that you may not be in the matrix, right? So that's why I put that notice there, right? To put across that somebody else already was switched on, and rephrase it just in case Matt Ding Dong didn't get it.
Yeah.
Right, that was the essence of the other. But both of them are exactly the same thing. It's just somebody else on the blue one with the red marker is reinforcing the question. That's it. That was what I would just wanted to say there.
Okay. So we carry on.
Yeah. Please, sorry. Go on.
Question than what Tom Rabbitt made.
or not a brain?
because
in a vat,
substance
man.
dualism
You see that, because it's an excellent question. No, what dualism? Fuck dualism, right? That is the question, the one on the left hand side. That's a magic question.
could be true, and you could be a brain in a vat, and substance
Well, then, if
dualism
I'm-
could not be true, and you could be a brain in a vat.
If I'm a brain in a vat, then you guys don't exist.
Not really, because you could be invented as, right? The characters, your brain. If you are in a brain in a vat, and we are talking to you, we are there, right? It's not that we are talking to a fucking piece of a bowl with a brain on top of it. Hi, Matt, how you doing? And you got fucking electrodes. No, the idea is that if you're in a brain in a vat, whatever you interact is with you. It could be all fake. I could go, yeah, and disappear, right? Because I don't think we are in a brain in a vat per se, but you have to look at it in the first person, which is you, right? So if you are in the brain of that, our whole history and
Lag.
It is, instead of, in my opinion,
Yeah.
instead of you watching a video of this size, because it's a how can I say it? It's an imposition on your bandwidth, right? Or a strain in your system. 99% is always better to actually download it. Keep it in your drive, any of the drives that you are not using to streams. For example, you may have an alternative drive. Yeah, not C drive, which is the main operating system drive. Any other fucking drive.
I'm not sure if I even downloaded this.
No. I'm not saying doing that, but what I'm saying is when I these two videos, right, are videos that I downloaded it. It's not. I'm not streaming that, right? I'm
Right.
using it in my drive, and then I put it onto OBS, right? Yeah, so the blue background is OBS basically. I am inside OBS, right? So I'm putting two clips one on top of each other and commenting about the top one first, and then I delete that one, and then I comment on the Praise I Am one.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
It gives me zero strain on my bandwidth because I'm actually not uploading anything. Esther used to have a lot of problems with that.
Yeah.
Opening too many web browsers, right? And the internet is going fucking ballistic.
Well, then maybe I should just download it quickly. Hold on. I can do that quickly. We could just have a chat about something, you know?
Yeah. Or basically chat about the content. I can do that.
Oh,
I mean,
go ahead.
without
Go ahead.
without broadcasting it and making people waste time.
No, you go ahead. Talk about it, and I'll.
Right. So yeah, I spend it. If you want to keep it like that as a reference, but I would say good 80%. I said about 60, but it's a good 80% of that bullshit video. The one with the two blocks of text
Yeah.
is the Tom Rabbitt one, and basically I'm saying, Tom, please, and Tom in that one is asking about 6 or 7 times, not less, 6 or 7 times, the same fucking question, right? Same question, right? And there was a time when Matt did answer, not once, twice,
Mm-hmm.
right? Basically, he gave an answer, right?
Yeah.
And he put the question across by answering. Fine, wicked, right? Now, as Tom Rabbitt, he's got a chance to move on or ask a clarifying question if the answer was not satisfactory, right?
Right.
Okay, well that didn't happen. This idiot asked the fucking question again.
Mm-hmm.
I go, what the fuck? You go, now that is borderline being dishonest or deceptive or whatever you want to call it, right?
Right.
Yeah, I understand what Tom Rabbitt is doing. Trust me, truly I understand, right? He's trying to to create an atmosphere of not uncertainty. What's the right fucking word I'm looking for? Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, argumentative. No, he's not arguing with him, but he's not to him, but to the viewers. He's providing a TV melodrama, shall we say? He's putting a package across.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and his interaction is, it seems to be like he's the lead character, yeah, the main man here, right? And he's coming across as a very, very subtle person, talking nice, talking mellow, talking like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't make him more right, yeah. Because the idea is to, because he and I mentioned that Tom Rabbitt is behaving like Darth Dawkins in a polite manner, right? Meaning that he's repetitive. He's repeated the same question. He did not ask any other questions. Literally that one, right? You don't spend 20 plus minutes, 26 minutes or so asking the same bullshit, right? The same bullshit question. You don't.
You
right?
do if you're Darth Dawkins.
Well, he did as well. That's the whole. Yeah, true. You are correct. You're 100% correct, right? But he adopted a Darth Dawkins approach
Right.
not bully, by dominance, trying to put the question across the same. Yeah, because remember, Tom Rabbitt knew ahead of time what the blog was, right? Because he commented after. Did he comment after that? So, yeah, he did comment after that, but I'm pretty sure he knew the outcome.
Okay.
Yeah, of the video. So he knew that on the blog on Matt Slick Calm website,
Yeah.
at the bottom of the section of this question of the brain Nevada issue, at the bottom, he mentions that it could be a possibility for a Christian to be in a brain Nevada,
Okay.
right? And that was his coup de grace, and Tom Rabbitt correctly exposes that,
Okay.
right? Correctly exposes that. I give him that, right? But then after Tom Rabbitt's interaction in Clubhouse, something that Tom Rabbitt does not know, or at the time of the video, is that Matt Slick changed the narrative at the bottom of his webpage by saying, no, you cannot be a brain in a vat as a Christian because God made us in flesh. That's basically, that's the scapegoat of the Christian, right? In this case, the Daft Matt Slick's excuse. We cannot be brain in a vat because Christians are made in the image of God and we are body. They give us a body, right? And okay, he answered Tom Rabbitt's question. But remember, Tom Rabbitt knows that he answered on the affirmative in the case of, yes, we could be as a Christians in a brain of vat. So he was trying to repeat the question to actually get him to change from no, we cannot to yes, we can, right? That would do two things. One, to say, oh, now you change your mind. And then it says, okay, now I know that you change your mind because it's written here in the CAM's webpage, right? So, but at the end of the day, he got not frustrated, but he gave up, or both of them gave up, right? I think Matt Slick gave up first. He said, listen, we're not moving forward. You're going around in circles, which he was, right? And that's it. And both terminated the conversation there, right? So the other side of it is that, or the other side of my video is that it was with Praise I Am, right? So Tom Rabbitt jumps into Praise I Am in the middle of a religious discussion,
Okay.
right? And asks permission to have a one-on-one with him.
With
right?
who? Praise I Am?
Correct. With Praise I Am. It was about 6 people plus Praise, right? So he politely said, listen, I want to talk to you. Can we have 5 minutes one-on-one? Remember? Yeah, go ahead. But then people start fucking chiming in, right? And he could not go across. So he said to Praise, listen, I think it's a bad time. I think I'll move somewhere else. So he did not, Praise did not want to lose the interaction because Tom Rabbitt's a big fish, right? So he put everybody down into the audience, right? So they did actually have, like you and me, a one-to-one discussion. So basically, the nature is that Tom Rabbitt is saying, did you see my interaction with Matt Slick? And he said, yes. Okay, what do you think about it? And then Praise I Am is giving a undermining Matt Slick, saying that he was doing a vicious circle, right? I go, bitch. Me thinking, you go, bitch. Christianity is circular argument by definition. Yeah, you motherfuckers are reading the Bible and claim it as true, right? And Praise I Am, the idiot, is not realizing that his whole shtick about religion is what he's complaining about Matt Slick. That's the irony here that I'm seeing, right? But then he says, oh, but I don't agree with his premises, but I do agree with his conclusion. So Tom Brown said, what's your conclusion? That God, yes, that God exists, or something like that. So I'm thinking, hold on, I had to go and check again the whole fucking interaction of Tom Rabbitt with Matt Slick again. I go, hold on, Praise I Am is absolutely fucking wrong, right? Because Praise I Am talking to Tom Rabbitt literally asserts that Matt Slick's premises are fallacious. Well, guess what? Matt Slick never. I'm protecting Matt Slick now. Funny now, that's a fucking weird thing. But between Praise I Am and Matt Slick, right?
Okay.
Matt Slick did not mention any premises. He didn't make any syllogisms. He didn't make any statements, right? As in premises and then a conclusion. So praise I am is factually incorrect. The only thing it was put across on that small conversation between Matt Slick and Tom Rabbitt was a question put across between Tom Rabbitt and onto Matt Slick. That is it, right? Now he could word it. He could Praise I am could interpret Matt Slick incorrectly in his presentation. I could grant that, but no, he said the premises were wrong because he was begging the question via circular argument, via vicious circle, right? So I am agreeing with Praise that it is circular argument, the Christianity business, because you are relying on the Bible. That's technically correct, but not in not on Matt Slick addressing the question. Right, because what Matt League was trying to do is avoid the question, avoid answering. That was his whole fucking stick, trying to avoid it.
Christian,
right?
That's the Christian way.
Indeed. Especially when you've been compromised, when you have to, when you are a known Christian spokesman, right, and you got your fucking script or system written down of whatever, right, and then somebody like Tom Rabbitt puts a wedge into that belief system or into that criteria of your belief, right? He's just trying to fucking open the calm, pushing it in of some sort, yeah. Have a written thing about the matrix issue or the brain Navad concept, so he had to fucking write a blog, a one-page thing about it, and the second time he wrote it after the conversation, it was more comprehensive, more bullshit, basically, right? So moral of the story is that the first conversation is to create melodrama. Oh, and the Praise I Am one, that is a fucking disgrace, right? Because what Tom Rabbitt tried to do with Praise I Am is to create a sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking hell, I just lost it. Right? It's basically is that he's trying to do exactly the thing what he did with Praise I Am and Daft Dawkins, yeah, to make the other person bad, right, or the other apologist bad, right, and Tom Rabbitt succeeded in that task. I give him that, right? He gave to Praise I Am. I said, oh, do you think he did this? Do you think he did that? Do you think he did? Oh, yeah. Matt Slick is a candle. Matt Slick is this. Matt Slick is that. You know what I mean? Well, no, he didn't say that, but you know what I mean? He tried to pull him across as he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he loves God, basically, right? And Praise Him failed for it, miserably failed for it, because in my opinion, honest opinion, Praise Him has got a weak mind, weak mind, especially when somebody like a YouTuber of the caliber of Tom Rabbitt, right? I'm not saying that he's good or bad, or he just like he's there up there, right? Pressure him, right? And he gives. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I think Matt Slicker was doing wrong, and he did not do it properly, and he should change this. He should change that.
Right.
That was it. So those two videos are the explanation of the two videos. Now the floor is yours.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I've just downloaded the whole thing while you were talking. So we're at what? 1449? Just give me a sec. There we are. So I should be able to just switch. like that, and let's do it. Let's see if it works.
And everything about Tom Rabbitt, what he's saying to you, and the other guy who made that.
Except that you can't see anything, right?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. What do you mean doesn't matter? Of course it matters.
You put in too much strain. Too much strain.
Well, now it's coming from my. It's coming from.
Right.
Oops. Hold on, let me fix that. Fuck's sake. All right. And good. Let's do it.
A better question, right? It is part of the brain in a vat scenario. Anything, even me making the video. Funny enough.
Well, that doesn't follow.
Yeah,
But it doesn't
you're not
follow in
telling
any
me why.
case.
One at a time, or I don't talk.
Okay. Let me take care of this first then, real quick then, Matt. So, let's see. Godless, I don't think can control herself. She
Godless. That woman is irrelevant, right? She didn't even mention a word. The only one who did is Jack, right? He was the one who butted in, right? So
That's true. That's true.
you booting her out, fine. It's better because she's fucking useless when she talks, right? But you are not acting correctly. You are just cherry picking who to stay and who not, right? And you should have booted Jack because he was Jack and the other guy that asked the question. If you want to be transparent in that case,
is just busy chasing Sean, so I'm gonna move her. Let's see. Anybody else have trouble controlling themselves?
What you mean, like Jack?
I don't know who Unsolved is. I forgot who that is, so I'm just gonna move them. Bill Brown is as always best behavior. Okay. Now I've kicked out most of the interrupters, Matt. Now, secondly, amongst us, I know I started it, but I don't have to conclude it. We need to elect a champion.
There's a point of order.
who's
There
gonna
was
be
no
our main
interruption.
interlocutor, so we can
Only
further reduce
Jack.
interruptions.
There were no interruptions?
Technically, there were no interruptions, like 0 interruptions.
Okay.
Right? It was actually, sorry, I will actually rephrase that and be precise. There were only 2 interruptions. The guy that they asked the question, which is the one that I put there, and Jack Einstrick. Literally, those were the only 2 interruptions. I did not hear anybody else, Gigi or anything, or anybody for that matter. She didn't open her fucking mouth, right? Only until the end, right? That she want to have a stab with him, right? But apart from that, everybody was quiet.
Okay.
So at that moment, Tom Rabbitt was talking out of his ass. He was just saying, basically, not make it that intimidated, the clubhouse, because there were about 8 or 10 people there, if not more. Go on.
The part I remember was when Tom Rabbitt said something like, Matt Slick, Mr. Slick, he said.
Oh, yes, being condescending. Yeah.
The Christian God could have made you just as you are now, and then taken your brain and put into a vat or something, and then put you back into your old body or something like that. He was going
Exactly. I did comment to that. Correct.
Oh,
I did
okay.
comment to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. I did comment to that because that in itself, first of all, he's accepting that a possibility that there is a God, which is a bad thing for Tom Rabbitt to say, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we are on the same page here.
Yeah.
Second, he's actually accepting murder, basically chopping somebody's head off or the brain cavity, take them off, put it on a vat, do something, and then put it back on again. What the fuck? You understand it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So that's when I start losing not interest but respect on that conversation between the two of them, between the two plunkers. That's why I was a little bit upset, and seriously, and that's why my video, his video, 26 minutes became an hour and a half, because every time he was saying something, I was interrupting.
That's good. That's what we should be doing every single fucking time.
Anyway, carry on.
Jack seems like he really wants to
No, he was just trying to defend you, Tom. It doesn't seem nothing. He just wanted to defend you.
pursue this. Would you be willing to? You want to take point on this, Jack?
Well, you seem like you were doing a good job.
Right.
Okay, but all right, I'll continue. So, at some point, Matt, I may see the rest of the time or hand it off to someone else. Okay, if we reach some kind of dead end or something like that. So, anyways, it seems like dualism being true or
That's irrelevant. Dualism is irrelevant.
not true doesn't really matter because under
I just said irrelevant.
either scenario, you could logically be a brain in a vat.
Right.
I even think you could be in a brain in a vat if Christianity is true.
I agree.
So I don't see what the dualism aspect
I agree.
has to do with anything.
Correct. I totally agree.
Do you understand what materialism is?
Don't give a shit. That's meta, Matt. You're talking out of your fucking ass now. You don't know how to answer that question. In this instance, I agree with Tom Rabbitt.
Yeah.
Do you understand that the physical brain would then be restricted to the laws of physics and chemistry?
Yeah, sure.
Brain in a vat, as people illustrated, with electrodes, it's not the same thing as being in the Matrix. In the Matrix, you are one single body, right, or a normal body interacting with other bodies or other elements in the scene, shall we say, right? So you see. The question, how do you know you are not in a brain in a vat, is a little bit elusive question, right? Because you're not specifying correctly what you're doing. For example, you should say like living inside of the matrix. So you separate the brain connectivity type of thing, and this line of answering it will be relevant.
Does that not necessitate that the sensory input to that brain would then produce a necessary chemical reaction?
Uh-huh.
You see, he's talking about the actual physical brain inside the liquid. Fucking mental.
Well, then how do you know that the necessary chemical reactions are producing truth?
Irrelevant. It's being driven. That's the whole point about the matrix. The same thing as your imaginary friend dictating things that allegedly he knows everything in advance. He already in your word, because you are fucking Calvinist, your imaginary friend has determined or predetermined, right, what the outcome of everything is. Exactly the same thing as the Matrix. Exactly the same thing. He is a video programmer that made the whole thing, and the internal interaction is just part of the game. He knows everything inside what's going to happen.
That's irrelevant.
Your brain may just say that.
No
Yep,
shit.
It did.
No, his pinky made him say that. That's Matt. That's an immature response from you. The brain made you say that. No, his toe fucking nails made him say that. A fucking stupid idiot.
So, but we're under your view, right? So under your view, it is not the case that your brain made you say what you just said. Under your view, the Christian view, it is not the case that these chemical reactions are just like dominoes that are just causally.
No. What Tom Rabbitt is doing is what he did to Praise I Am a few months back. He's actually leading the question, right? Which is a not cool thing to do, right? He's actually laying the ground of his questioning, right? Which is a dishonest thing to do, in my opinion, right? You just say, how do you know, right, that you're not brain in the vat? That's it. Let the other person answer. Don't answer for them by putting more bullshit on the table.
Involved in some sort of causal chain. So
See?
under your view, the Christian God is true and all that.
All right, I got a question for you,
Go on.
Oscar. Let me just. Oscar,
Bad boy, bad boy.
how do you know, Oscar, that you are not a brain in a vat?
How am I not? Because we're not. We're not. We're not.
Well, how do you know?
Yeah, fuck knows. Yeah.
I mean, that's what they were asking each other, this brain in the vat shit.
Yeah, but both of them are making shit up to justify the answer.
Yeah.
It's easy to say we don't know. I
Exactly.
don't think so.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's the easy way out.
It's
Yeah.
no such thing. It's no such thing as I don't know that I'm not a brain in the vat. I'm not a brain in the vat. You can see I'm not a brain in the vat.
Right.
You know, like stop
Yeah, but they
asking.
say
Stop
yeah,
asking stupid questions. Basically.
right, but they are saying that I'm talking to you because I am making you my character.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the whole fucking shebang. Is, as I said, it is actually this is scenario that these fucking plugs are saying. It's like the Star Trek hologram. Yeah, when you enter in a world where everything is probably random or not, or predicted or not, but you are living in that scenario, right? And we have seen many of those Star Trek's programs where that things happen in different activities. The Klingon goes in and he's fucking his own town and he's doing his own thing, right? And all sorts of things. So basically, that is a virtual matrix at that time, right? But the character knows that is fictitious, right?
Okay.
Yeah, whoever enters knows that is entering into a fixed dream state or fixed illusion state. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna imagine this, right?
All right.
So yeah, that's it.
All right.
We're not in a matrix.
That's false. And you could be a brain in a vat.
So back to the issue you just dismissed. If you want to go with property dualism,
Bullshit alert!
What?
You're just telling them that if that scenario is the case, the parameters of the scenario, then the scenario negates its own validity. You couldn't know if the scenario is true because the materialistic view necessitates certain chemical reactions, and you wouldn't know if the chemical reactions, even asking the question or positing the idea of a brain in a vat, is true or not true. So this is why materialism in that scenario undermines itself, and so it makes the question incoherent if you presuppose.
Makes the question incoherent, right? He's saying they make the question incoherent. So basically, it's a dishonest way of saying, I don't want to answer your question.
Correct.
That's basically what he's saying in a nutshell, right? I don't want to answer your fucking question. Why? Because Matt Slick is the same as Daft Hawkins. They're two pairs of cowards, right? They haven't got enough manhood, right, to talk to this young man and say, listen, Tom, sorry, I'm a coward and I cannot answer the question because my reputation of calm for fucking years, yeah, it will be undermined and people will not be able to donate into my fucking fake religion. That's basically what it is.
Materialism like that. Okay.
The question is not incoherent, and I'll repeat the question. I didn't ask why, how do I, Tom Rabbitt, know I'm not a brain in a vat? If you're confused, let me just clear up any confusion.
It's
Being
condescending.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a young man is being sarcastic to an old man. That's good.
I never said anything of the sort. I asked, how does Matt Slick, who holds to the Christian worldview, how do you know that you are not a brain in a vat?
How do you know?
You who do not believe in materialism, you who do believe in substance dualism, I asked you how you know that you're not a brain in a vat. So anything that has to do with me my worldview, materialism, is completely irrelevant. And
Correct.
any objection you
I agree.
make about, well, how would you know, is simply an epistemic concern and is completely irrelevant. So I'll ask the question again. How do you, Matt Slick, know that you are not a brain in a vat?
Correct.
Before I answer, let me clarify. Are you saying you want nothing more than an internal critique, not an external critique?
No. To be an internal critique, Tom Rabbitt has to critique it. He's not criticizing you, right? Or you taking the line of or that question as a critique. No, that's a deceptive, dishonest answer, Matt Slick.
I think I'm not.
Okay, it's not internal or external. It's got nothing.
I hope I'm not wrong about what I'm saying, that Tom Rabbitt is not criticizing an internal or external critique.
Well, I think you are wrong, because it's Matt Slick's internal critique, which Tom Rabbitt would have no access to.
Yeah, but he's asking Tom. Tom is asking Matt Slick, not the internal, not his belief system. That's the whole point.
I know, but Matt Slick responded with, "Do you want me to? Is it my external critique, my internal critique?
Right.
Anything.
Right.
Anything to deflect."
Correct. So therefore, there's no criticism per se, right? Tom Rabbitt is not criticizing. He just wants to what Tom Rabbitt wants is to say, yeah, would you go in? Are you not in a brain of that? But I want to put the package of Christianism or Christianity inside of that package.
Right.
Okay. So that means he's going to tap into his internal critique. Well, no, he's not touching the Christianity, right? Because he's being subtle. He just want to shovel Christianity into the equation, right? So nobody should talk about internal or external critique.
Exactly.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to put across that's got nothing to do with it. Yeah. Motherfuckers, Tom asks a question, answer it. If you don't answer it, fine, but say so, right? And the whole shebang of the fucking video, right? Not my video, their video, right? It's absurd. It's just okay. Like they used to say, it's a clusterfuck, right? But between them, right? It's all about bitching. Yeah, Matt is the trying to avoid. Right, and Tom is the digger, right? And let's see who gives first, the avoider or the digger.
All right.
That's it. Go on.
To do with that, it's just saying, do you think you are in a brain of that? Just fucking answer the question. No, I don't think I am. Yes, I think I am. And then put your meta behind that. Right? But don't shift the burden to the person making the question. Right? It makes you, Matt Slick, it makes you cheap. Right? It makes you dishonest. Well, you are dishonest. I'm telling you in your fucking face, you are dishonest. Yeah, every Christian that talks in one of these fucking mediums are by default dishonest. I haven't seen one honest Christian. I haven't.
That's true.
Right? I haven't. It's because your religion is fixed, right? And because it's fixed by goat peasants, right? Or goat fuckers, right? And ignorant people that couldn't probably even read and write, right? And you, yeah, that you listen, don't let me get
I just want to know how you know.
Yeah.
Not a brain in a vat.
Right. I said simple.
I would assume that you're going to do that. I assume that you're going to do that from your own position.
Right. I agree.
You want an internal critique. You say, how do I
answer the fucking question? It's not internal critique. It's not critiquing your worldview. You idiot. You dishonest piece of.
It's not a critique. It's an explanation of your position.
No, it's a question It's a question about a position. That's it. How can a question, or no, how can this question critique your worldview? You can't.
You done?
Yes, I'm done.
Yes, sir.
So you want my position explained from the Christian worldview. It's an internal critique. I'm verifying that. It's not an external critique.
You see?
It's not internal or external. You deceiver.
Is that correct?
You are a coward. You cannot handle a question. How low can you get as a Christian? Right? You run out of your apologetics bullshit that even a YouTuber called Tom Rabbitt makes you a simple fucking question and you cannot answer it. Doesn't matter his intention behind it. I think he's trying to put wood on the fire to make the bush a brighter fucking thing. So there's a commenter, yeah? That's not necessarily bad, okay? It's up to the people who like to see that bullshit fire with a bigger flames, right? But you are supposed to have integrity, allegedly. But you don't have any. You have fucking zero. You're not capable of answering a fucking simple one question. One fucking question. And you making, you putting meta all over the fucking shop, right? Shifting the burden, right? Come on, man. Don't be a fucking kid. You're worse than Daft Dawkins. Or equally.
That's correct. Not necessarily your world, like the Christian worldview, but your Matt Slick's view. Matt Slick's view.
So
Go ahead.
in the Christian worldview, God is not a deceiver. And so therefore we are not brains and vats.
Right, so you're not brains in the vat. How fucking difficult was that? Right? As far as you're concerned, you're not brains in the vat. Right, okay.
Yeah, but God's not doing the deceiving. The mad
You see?
scientist is, right? The person who puts you in
Now
the
he's
vat.
adding.
No. No. Tom,
Well, I'm gonna say that he answered the fucking question. Move the fuck on, right? He move on. Yeah,
Okay.
game over. Well, not game over per se, but okay, because the Bible says so. Whatever, right?
Right?
Now it's up to Tom to fight that, right, or to give an objection to it. But no, he's trying to. Tom is, Matt Slick, what is your opinion? But push God inside behind it. And then Matt Slick, because Tom would not say it. Tom, the dishonest part of Tom is that he did not include the Christianity package behind the question. That's the sad part of it. That's the ill intention behind him, right? But Matt Slick detected it because he's wiser, because he's fucking older, right? So he's always saying, yes, but are you talking about my belief system, right? Basically Christianity, right?
Right.
Are you critiquing my? Sorry, not critiquing. Are you asking the question with my baggage, my Christianity, right? But Tom Rabbitt doesn't want to say that, or did not want to say that, right? Because then he's criticizing a worldview or a question with intention to criticize it. Yes, basically. Oh, but you got this, you got that, which is actually what he's doing, because he already because already Matt has said no, we cannot be in a brain of that because X, Y, Z. So technically he has answered the question. And this is 28 fucking minutes of my video,
Right.
He's already answered. Game over.
True
What
enough.
does he do? Now, what does he do?
Let's have a look. Look, I got to go downstairs and grab something, so I'm going to let the video run. I'll probably just be a couple of minutes. Dookie dookie.
answer the fucking question. Right? He answered the fucking question. Being good or bad, he actually, I'm going on his side now. Right? Whatever bullshit he said, right? He says, no, I'm not in a brain in a vat.
Right. I can walk up to you and I can tell you and deceive you, right? And according to your logic that you just gave me for why you're not a brain in a vat, if I deceive you,
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. His own interpretation in his own worldview, my worldview, I'm an atheist. I'm not in a brain in a vat. Or I think I'm not in a brain in a vat, right? So the answer goes par on par, right? You should have fucking dropped it there. You just now you're putting wood on the fire, right? You don't like the answer, right? It doesn't matter what the answer is. You Tom Rabbitt don't like the fucking answer, right? So you're trying to. That's what I'm saying. You're just putting wood on the fire.
Then the Christian God is not true. So surely you don't want to say that. So I'll ask you again. How do
Hold on. What do you mean? Ask again. You want him to change his mind?
you know you're not a brain in a vat?
You're doing an external critique.
Now external. So basically, internal is when Tom Rabbitt is touching your God, and external when he's talking about you. Okay.
You're asking
No,
the truth
I'm
value.
not.
That's an external critique. When you ask the truth value, you're using it from an external. I gave you the internal position. This was very clear. You want an internal or external? That's what I specifically
Internal.
asked you. Then internal critique, God is not a liar. He has said that when we die, we go be with him. And he has stated that the soul is something that is extant in the body itself, just as Christ himself was that. Therefore, this is what he has stated about us. Therefore, it's not possible that we're just brains in vats.
Yep, and everything that you just said could be true, and you're a brain in a vat.
No. No, when he thinks he's not. Now he's talking from the external side of it. Now he's talking as Matt. Right? It's big difference. Big difference. Because that it's like saying, "Hey, Tom Rabbitt, why do you think you are? How do you know you're not in a brain in a vat? Whatever reason." Yeah, but hold on. Why? You're going down the rabbit hole.
Because
See,
God, I'm
there
not.
you go.
I'm just to be clear, I'm not saying that God puts you in the vat. I'm not saying that God is controlling the elect.
Right. I think I'm seeing a little bit dishonest from Tom Rabbitt. And I know why, because I've seen the end of the video. In the end of the video, Tom Rabbitt mentions that because he's putting it as part of his video, right? So it's an after the fact thing, saying that, and I don't know when he got the information, but if he got it at the same time, then he has to work along that the end answer. Right, and the answer that he has got is that he has heard Matt Slick, right, saying on the CAM website that it could be the case that any Christian would be on a brain in a vat. Right, that's why I'm just jumping the gun.
Those are all not God. Just the same way, if I go up to you on the street and scam you with a fake Rolex, God did not scam you with a fake Rolex. I scammed you with a fake Rolex, okay? So I'm telling you, God.
Yeah, but you could be. Yeah, don't Robert. No. You can scam in out of this Rolex, but you could be one of the actors on the brain in the vat scenario. Right, you either part of the characters, or you are outside controlling that event. Right, so which one is it? Are you the actor in the brain of the vat, or are you the operator, the puppet master?
God is not the one who's part of the causal chain who has put you in the vat. That's just a dude. So I'll ask you again, how do you know you're not a brain in a vat?
Yeah. Tom Rabbitt is doing a fucking Daft Dawkins, repeating the fucking question 7 times because he wants to change his mind, right?
It's true.
That's dishonest.
Well said.
If somebody has to ask the question 7 times to change it to the last time, to change it to the way he wants it, that's dishonest from the person asking the question. I'm just saying.
True.
Yes.
That's true. That's true.
Do you want an internal critique answer, or do you want an external critique answer?
Internal.
then the internal critique is that God puts the soul in the human body, not in a vat. That's what God has revealed in Scripture. That's the Christian.
That's twice.
So
That's why he has said that.
you either accept it or you reject it. If you reject it, you're rejecting it on an external view. What's your external qualification
I'm
for
not rejecting.
verifications that it's not true? Yes, you are. Because the internal view.
Well, it's not about rejecting the internal external. Tom Rabbitt is rejecting the answer, regardless of internal or external. Right? That's true. I give that to Matt. Yeah. Tom Rabbitt doesn't want to hear that answer. That's my opinion. That's what is coming across.
I've given it to you. Internally, it is not possible for your scenario to be true.
Logically?
Look, I'm already repeating myself to you. This is not that difficult. An external critique is where you offer some validity or verification outside the internal worldview. In the internal worldview of Christianity, God has stated in the Scriptures, we could see it in the person and work of Jesus
Third
Christ,
time.
God in flesh, who died on the cross, rose from the dead 3 days later, that the soul is part of who and what he is. He's the firstborn from creation, and he is the...
That's only preaching, right? It doesn't make it more valid, right? Preaching doesn't make you true.
perfect man. We are made in the image of God. He reflects that image.
Well, that's a claim, but I don't want to talk about that. But you know what I mean? All what you're saying, Matt, about religion is claims.
Genesis 1:26, Hebrews 1:3. So
Oh, preaching now, yeah?
therefore, we are not brains in vats. Otherwise, we would not
4
have
times.
a biblical position.
No, I didn't say we,
Okay.
as in people, are brains in vat.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
4 times.
Fuck's sake. Tom Rabbitt, Darth Dawkins, stop asking the same fucking question.
You got it. You got
Right?
it.
Darth Dawkins, don't ask the same question 10 fucking times because you don't like the fucking answer. That is dishonest. It's a clear dishonest way of approaching, right? One fucking question is, I've got it here on the clock, 17 minutes, the actual video, and I have to fucking stop the video, right? Because I'm seeing a clear deception from you.
I'm unclear.
Yes.
Who is dishonest?
Actually, both of them. Tom Rabbitt is the dishonest part of it because up to now, Matt has said 4 times,
Mm-hmm.
4 times, answer the question. Right? 4 times. Right?
Right.
Doesn't matter if he's right, wrong with this. He has answer, and both of them on the negative. No, I am not a brain in a vat due to religious circumstances or whatever fucking excuse. Right? So we have to accept that answer,
Mm-hmm.
not that we agree or not. Right? That's not here nor there. Right?
Okay.
A question was put across 4 times. The answer was put across, but Tom Rabbitt doesn't want that answer. Right now, the dishonest part of Matt Slake is that he does not want to put the Christian position across, right? So that's why at the beginning of the line of questioning, he's trying to separate himself from. He's trying to be Matt, not Matt the Christian, right? But because Matt is wise, not intelligent, wise. He anticipated that by saying, "Oh, are you talking about God? Put more attributes to the question. Is it with a Christian God? Is it with this? Is it with that?" So that's why Tom said, "No, it could be or could not be, or this and that." You know what I mean? He was trying to be very vague, right? Vague because he wanted Matt to include the Christian God behind it, right? As a package deal of. Could you be a brain innovator with a God, right? Because then he was doing an external critique by saying, "Hold on, but God is outside. How can it be inside?" You see what I mean? So the right answer for that for Matt is what he said. No, I'm not a brain innovator because X, Y, Z. That was the right answer. The wrong answer would have said, "Yes, I could be in a brain vat," and then a whole kind of worm could open. Oh, but where is your God? Inside the brain of that or outside the brain of that? Do you understand? That's the dilemma behind it, behind saying that to a Christian, right? Saying it to us and say, no, fuck it, we know, or I don't know, or whatever. And it ends there. But with Christianity, you go more more wood on the fire, shall we call it? More to put across, more melodrama to put down, right? So Matt answered correctly, in my opinion. Matt answered correctly by no, we don't need him because the scripture says no, we are in the body, right? But Tom is being obtuse, and he doesn't like it, so he's coming across. No, hold on, but God is not here. God is not there. God, you know what I mean? And he answered the question. He asked the question again. That's
he
what
asks the question and he gets an answer. Then he asks
four
the question
times.
again.
No answer. 4 times. Remember, I was saying twice.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
4, right.
But that included an answer, right?
No, the same answer, which is being which
same question, same answer 4 times.
correct. But
Okay.
he did not ask 4 times. He asked now at this time is about 8 times.
Right.
Right. That's the deceptive part of it.
Right.
Right. He doesn't want his answer. He wants the Daft Dawkins answer.
Gotcha.
He wants the script answer.
Okay.
Right. That's the dishonest part of it. But anyway, it's clear.
Okay.
Tom, seriously. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't care how you do your YouTube channel, but right now you're being dishonest. You've been a Daft Dawkins, a copycat, right? We know, you know, that that Daft Dawkins
You got a point.
asks the same fucking questions until he gets the answer that he wants. Yay or nay.
True.
And then you say, aha. And then you hammer it down. That's dishonest, my man. Seriously. And it's not even that you have to think about it. It's self-evident.
Yeah.
Right? When you ask 5 times and you're not happy and you carry on, is something wrong with the fucking person asking the question. Seriously. Big time. Huge time.
I never said that. I said you specifically
Again.
are a brain.
Yeah, but then Matt said internal or external, which I don't give a shit which one it is, right? And then you said Tom Rabbitt internal,
Mm-hmm. I heard
right?
that.
You said internal, so Matt Slick adopted whatever bullshit internal means for him, and he gave the answer,
Right.
right? So technically, in legal ways, if he's in a court, Your Honor, this prick lawyer answered 5 times,
Tom Robert.
and I've asked the same way. What's up with him? Can you sort him out? You understand,
Be
Tom?
sarcastic.
I know.
You've been really
Gotta
fucking
love
dishonest here.
sarcasm.
There could be other brains in vats.
Now it's my turn to say irrelevant. Irrelevant.
There are. Let's just say that there are other brains in vats, possibly.
See?
Why?
You're making shit up like the religious people, right? Like I've categorized you of putting wood on the fire. You just want to be argumentative,
Yeah.
right? For the sake of the popularity, of the sake of the argument. You know what I mean? Yeah. You want to make it. You want to carry on with the argument. It's simple as that.
Doesn't have to be everyone. You're just a brain in a vat, in a garage somewhere, right?
You're trying to affirm that is the case.
In a
Fucking hell.
garage. A brain.
Right.
Oh, vats only belong in garages.
And what you said about scripture saying that God puts souls into
Yes, but you asked to be internal. You fucked it up. It is your fucking fault.
Yeah.
people, and therefore internally it is illogical. It doesn't work. That's false. You could have been born Matt Slick. You could have been.
Don't
Here it
say
comes.
if it's fucking false, you idiot. How can you say if it's false when you give a hypothetical brain in a vat scenario? How fucking retarded you are, Tom Rabbitt. Right? Don't say it's false. He gave you a fucking answer. Take it or fucking leave it. Right? Go away, do something else. But don't say, I'm not defending him. What I'm saying is that he answered you, right, with a precondition, internal or external. and you said internal. He gave you the answer. Get the fuck out. Right? Don't be so fucking dishonest.
Yeah, move on. Next
Sorry.
question.
I hate Matt Slick. He's very slick, but you trying to be slick as well. Seriously, you trying to be slick. Yeah. What's your Tom Rabbitt slick? Are you trying to be Darth Dawkins' son?
Your soul put it into your body, and later on the road, some guy came along, put your brain.
Man, you talk mellow, right? You talk mellow. I give you that, right? But I think you are butthurt, right? Because he has answered the way you do not want. He's not answered the way you wanted the answer. Basically, yes, I am a brain of that. And you're really, really fucking butthurt. You're a bad loser, man. You're a bad loser.
Into a vat, and that's all completely
I agree.
logical.
It is logical, but if he says no, I'm not. Fuck you, Tom Rabbitt. Accept it. Take it like a man. Yeah, don't be argumentative. Fuck's sake.
So, I'll ask you again. How do you know you're not?
Darth Dawkins, don't ask him again, Darth Dawkins.
Are you
Asking
keeping
10
count?
times the same question repeatedly. Yeah. You being a fucking bully.
Not a brain in a vat.
Tom, but you've already blown it, and you're just not making any sense.
Oh, I just realized here. Tom, you're a moderator, right? And Matt Slick is not. So you are being a bully, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you are leaving Darth Dawkins' scene. Fucking hell.
That's not a refutation, Mr.
We can move
Slick.
on.
That's not a refutation, Mr.
I've already
Slick.
given you. I already gave you the answer. I could show you it was an internal critique. You're going external.
I'm not going
and you don't
external.
understand the difference.
Correct. He said you chose internal. No, Matt said internal, external, whatever the fucking that means, right? You chose internal. He gave you an answer. You just have to accept it. I'm repeating the same bullshit that you are actually doing. It's actually silly of me carry on repeating the same thing when it's been hammered down.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a bad question. It's a stupid question.
You just said souls put in a body is illogical. That you just said.
No,
that's an
I
external
said
critique.
I said it's logical.
I wrote it down. I wrote down what you said. That's what you said. God putting souls in the body, you said, is illogical.
No, that's not,
an external
that's not what
critique.
I said. That's not what I said.
I wrote it down.
I don't
lie.
Oh, now you're going to accuse me of lying.
Well, you're being a bully, so there is that.
I wrote it down.
Therefore, it's true?
One thing that you don't know about Matt Slick, or you probably don't know Matt Slick, right? He tends to write down even by typing.
That's true.
Right? He's one of these fuckers that gets everything as somebody speaking. So it's look, I got my notes. Type of Darth Dawkins, but faster. Yeah. So if he says that he's got it written down, right? Especially that he doesn't need to see you, he just fucking types it down. So it is reasonable that could be the case. I mean, I don't want to check it back and start fucking checking that if you said or not said something, but I tend to trust what he said because what he said about the typing, because that's what he does. I've seen him doing that.
That's true.
I wrote what you said down. You could say I misspoke. Well, that's fine. We move on. I
agree. I agree. That makes sense.
wrong with
I
that.
don't believe I'm
hold on a
wrong.
second.
I'll just give it to you, though. We'll sort it out later, right? I'm saying there's nothing. It is completely logical that you were born Matt Slick. Your soul was put into Matt Slick's body. Later, someone came.
No, you cannot say that a soul was put in. Because you Tom Rabbitt, you're going into dangerous ground. When you say a soul was put in, you're actually accepting. You're giving away the position of being an atheist by saying
That's what I mean.
you're being a deist by accepting the possibility that what's his name? Fucking Matt Slick has the opportunity or has somebody has put a soul in him. You cannot say that as an atheist in any way, shape, or form. Because if we don't accept Christianity that people have souls, don't fucking invent a scenario like you did with the Matrix, right? And put fucking wood on their fire. That's what you're doing, right? Matt Slick born as a human, but it was put a soul.
Along, put your brain into a vat, boom, done. It's perfectly logical.
So what Tom Rabbitt wants Matt Slick to say is that yes, you could have a brain. I could be a brain of that, but that's not the question. Is there a possibility? Everything could be possible, but he says, "Do you know?" And he's saying, according to the Bible, I don't. I am not. Right. So technically, it's a valid answer. Right.
Fuck the
but
Bible.
you, Tom Rabbitt,
Yeah, fine.
cannot own it. Cannot say, okay, fuck it. Yeah, it was the right answer. Just own it. Yeah. Maybe you were trying to be special. Yeah, and trying to find wiggle your way into a being problematic, right? By creating some sort of an issue with that line of topics. You see now, any other religious person can say no because the Bible said so. Fuck it. Game over. So all you said about other people, other Christians being all over the shop about, oh, what should we say? What should we? No, they can adopt Matt Slick's answer, yeah, and it would be valid to them, and you just have to fucking accept it and move the fuck on.
So
It's actually embarrassing, my man. Seriously, embarrassing.
it's logical,
Meaning that
That
there's
someone
no
extracted my-
contradiction.
meaning that someone extracted my physical brain, and now it's logical that my physical brain is actually
You say Matt Slick is actually playing his game now. So basically what Matt Slick is saying, oh, somebody grabbed my fucking brain, put it in a vat, and from there on, I'm a brain in a vat. That's basically what Tom Rabbitt is implying that Matt Slick has to say. That's fucking dishonest to the highest degree.
in a vat right now.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Fucking hell. Yeah, you caught me.
That's your position.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a dishonest position.
So tell me how it's logically the case that my brain is in a vat someplace.
Right. That means you have to open the fucking brain. You have to destroy the body, right? The rest of the body by taking an organ and put it into a fucking jar and put electrodes in it. What are you going to do with the fucking rest of the body? Bin it away just for the sake of the brain being in a vat? That's silly, my man. That's silly.
Yeah, it doesn't entail a contradiction. Done.
Yes. What? Listen, even if you want to say that it doesn't take entails a contradiction, the way you putting it across and the way Matt understood it, that's a crime. You are asking basically to chop this fucking brain open, take the brain out, or the head open, take the brain out, right, and put it in a vase with the electrodes. That's silly. That's silly. Outright murder. And a silly line of questioning and argumentation.
I didn't ask that. I said, show me that it is the case.
No, you said show me how it's logical.
Meta. Bullshit.
Show me how it's logical that it is the case. Show me how.
Yeah, it being logical is established by there not being a contradiction. Done.
Not being a contradiction, meaning it is logical that I can chop your fucking head off, take your brain out, and put it in a vase. There's no contradiction. Done. Done what? What? Done murdering somebody to be the case, so it's not a contradiction? What are you talking about?
So it's also not a contradiction then by your logic to say that God is the one who made the soul, put it in the body, and does not say that it's even possible or negates the idea of it being in a vat. That's also logically possible. So now we have logical possibilities contradicting each other. So now which one's true?
What's the contradiction?
Contradiction.
Both cannot be true if they make each other.
Yeah, basically what Matt Slick is saying is he is inventing the same shit or a similar scenario that Tom Rabbitt is doing. So they got two competing ideas, right? Both of them are bullshit, obviously, right? Both of them are fucking bullshit. That's what I said at the beginning is a bullshit question, right? Fucking bullshit question, right? So Matt, being the intelligent of the two, right, is he rises to the challenge to say, okay, this guy Tom Rabbitt is saying, oh, if it's logically possible X, Y, Z. The question, and I left it up there intentionally, is not how do you know logically. How do you logically know? That's not there. So the logic part of it is an invention to Tom Rabbitt to actually put more wood on the fucking fire, right?
Well,
And Matt Slick,
I
being
have
the
to,
slick that he
I have to
is,
go. Yeah?
he said, "Oh,
I have to go." But just to say here and to reiterate of what I just said, what from now and this position onwards, what basically, as I said, is that Tom Rabbitt needs to expand on the original question by adding other stuff. Yeah, like a possibility on possibility, like you know what I mean, things like that, right? So it's because it's already been defeated. Say no, I didn't mean that. I mean, is it possible, right? Well, you didn't fucking answer that question, bitch. That's the whole fucking point of being the dishonest part of it, right? Now it would be wicked if you put the if it's possible, I'll be shut the fuck up, okay? Because as anything could be possible in an imaginary world or imaginary situation, anything could fucking happen, right? Even unicorns could kiss fucking Matt Slick, right? Okay, it is fucking possible. Do you see what I mean?
In an imaginary.
Anything, right? So that's why the bottom line is shit question, aggressive, well, not aggressive, or pseudo aggressive posture by repeating the question probably 12 times, right? When it was answered in the middle 4 fucking times. I'm just generalizing or closing my closing basically. Yeah. Right. And this is only for this video, right? This is only for this video. Now, you know the background of what I've said, but if you play the end, which is the one I close this and leave those two plunkers, Praise I Am and Tom Rabbitt, right? Tom is going to bring the baggage of, oh, what did Matt Slick did wrong, when the actual both of them were wrong, or no, Tom was more wrong by being the bully, if you get what I mean, right? Because he did not take a no for an answer, or he did not take his right answer.
Well,
right?
I'd like to continue this from where we left off next time that you're available.
Fine. Yeah. Fine. You mark it somewhere. 5110. You put it in a word or whatever.
I've got it. 5110. I'll just leave it there.
No, that's fine. That's perfectly, because I'm definitely interested on reviewing the Praise I Am one, right?
Because that's me too. Because
that's wicked. That's wicked. Yeah, and it shows the deception of going to somebody else's channel to create a conflict. Or to stir the pot, shall we say? Stir the pot is the right word. Being in the middle, by not saying rude or being positive. Yeah, but it's definitely fucking stirring the pot. Yeah, it's stirring the pot full of drama. Right? It's stirring the pot full of fucking drama. Right? And he say, look at that fucking big pot. Yeah. Oh, let me make it bigger by putting any other additive to my question. Right. But anyway, that's basically the crux of the thing. So you know what? Why not tomorrow? I because now I know that you're gonna broadcast it. Why don't you do this tomorrow at the same time, whatever the fucking time you choose.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm I'm mentally prepared for this. If you, yeah, well, not mentally, but I mean situationally, because I was doing some other bullshit, right? But whatever time is 8 here, if you do it for 1900 to me, yeah, we can do an hour and a half as well. So put another.
I just start in the morning sometime, and I know it's your evening.
Yes.
You're not working this week, are you?
Correct. Yeah, but I have to be aware that you're doing it. Do you understand?
I said you turn on notifications on my channel.
Yeah, but I need to be on the YouTube. I was doing something else on the garden. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No. Okay, no. What I need you to do is sit in front of your YouTube all the time, waiting to be notified.
To the Almighty One, waiting for the Almighty One. Yes.
Yeah.
The fake Scottish one. Yeah.
I'm not fake Scottish. I'm Scotsman through and through.
Yeah.
And I can prove it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, you can prove it.
No, I can prove
No, I just wonder you up.
I can prove it genetically, I think.
Okay, that's cool. You know what? This is gonna be final. Seriously, me and my wife done the ancestry DNA test.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and we are in the system, shall we call it?
Beautiful. All right.
Right. So, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't show that much because not many people have done DNA tests. Right. That's unfortunate, but we are in the system. So sooner or later, 200 years later, it says, "Oh, this motherfucker that is on the video, that's my great asshole."
All right. Well, when are you going to get your results?
No, I already got it. It's already in ancestry. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so they got to connect. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Precisely. So there's not many people in the world, that has done the DNA test.
Right.
Well, but as far as I'm concerned, or as far as my DNA is in the system, in ancestry.
It's waiting to be connected to somebody.
Indeed, precisely.
The monarchy of Spain from 400 years ago is in your DNA.
I have shared my heritage online. Yeah.
Indeed.
So
I haven't taken that daring step yet.
I have shared my inner DNA.
Oh, okay. Well, that's for a whole nother podcast.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Seriously, now I have to go. Fucking.
All right then.
It's that big.
Okay, we'll see. We're going to carry this on tomorrow then. All right.
Yeah, because it's fucking interesting. Not my side of it, but it's interesting. The plot, the ill will creation of drama.
I like the stopping it and actually analyzing what you've just seen or what's going on.
Yes,
that's what I like.
Because people might not understand what I'm saying because due to my fucking stupid accent or whatever, right? But I try to do it in one go.
Yeah.
So I do research a lot. I do prepare a lot. Yeah, but it's rare that I do more than twice the same video. Basically, record it. If I know I'm fucking up, I come back, right?
Yeah.
But it's rare. It's rare because I rehearse it first. Like I'm talking to my fucking self. That's how bad it gets. Yeah. But before recording it, so I get all my shit in my brain. I go, okay, now I know. Yeah, because I know I'm not a brain in a vat. I can do it properly on OBS. Yeah. So anyway, leave it like that, and sometime tomorrow
we'll catch you tomorrow. Yeah.
I'll be monitoring. Trust me, I'll be monitoring. Yeah, I'll leave the YouTube open.
Okay.
You know what? I look at video tutorials because I like to do that basically. Yeah, and by default in YouTube. So by default, I will be monitoring. You will pop up anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Anyway, catch you later. Thank you.